Hi, and welcome to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles. But before we get started, a word from one of our supporters.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Hi, and welcome back to the Miami-Dade Connection. You know I'm excited. Building small businesses, helping our community grow, our business community grow is what we're all about. And today is no exception, as I have Miss Edleen Morera here with us. How are you?
Very good. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Happy to have you here.
Thank you for having us here.
Talking about small business, talking about what it is that you're doing. But before we get to what your business is, tell folks a little bit about yourself.
Myself, Edleen. I'm a mother of four. More importantly, I'm a woman of faith. I do this business with my family.
Okay.
So we all work together.
Oh, okay.
Yes, very exciting. Sisters, husbands, everybody. My parents brought in everybody into the business. I enjoy very much what I do. Being a mom, being an entrepreneur, being all these things is really just the biggest blessing that I've been able to have. So.
Okay. Well, listening to you, so it sounds like, tell me the name. Whoa, my phone. Anyway, tell me the name of the company again.
Okay, All Uniform Wear.
All Uniform Wear.
Yes.
And sounds like your parents started the business?
They did. We started the business back in the 90s. My parents actually started in the flea market.
Okay.
And then we transitioned into uniforms in the 90s. Then from there, we always actually worked with them. I think that one of my sisters started working when she was 19 days old. So we grew alongside with them.
Right.
And we were blessed to, grow the business with them. My father does not speak English, ironically. So he has his three daughters translating all the time for him. He's definitely a visionary. So that helped us see the vision and really grow as an entrepreneur since we were born.
Right.
And we enjoy it very, very much. It's almost second nature to us at this point.
And how many years has the business been in existence?
The business, All Uniform Wear, has been in existence for 44 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
No, that's in itself, most businesses, they say they go out of business within a year or two.
Yes.
And to have been in business for 44 years. Uniforms, as I was reading your bio, it's more than just uniforms. You're doing embroidery. Tell us about the business.
So the business does a little bit of everything. We actually specialize in school uniforms. We specialize in nursing uniforms. We also do all type of decorations. So we do embroidery, we do printing, silkscreen. What's nice about the business, that it just becomes more than just a business, is that we see kids who have started with us in kindergarten come the first day of school to get their uniforms and then transition all the way to adulthood with us.
Right.
And then go into the field and they come back and say, I just opened a lawn care service. Can you please, come up with a logo and, get my company started? And that vision, that being a part of that is what's really the enjoyable part. We get to see kids that just start small business and, grow. Some of them have grown to see spectacular things happen. So.
No, that's fantastic. Creating logos. So you're not just doing uniforms. You're creating. Tell us about the whole gamut of what it is.
So they'll come in, and they'll say, I just wanted to start a business. Can you help me? Obviously the marketing tools. Some will come with their marketing already,
right.
And then some will come with a sketch.
Okay.
Even our logo, my mom sketched it on a piece of paper. And then we just made it into life. So you come with the image, we go ahead and we send it to our designers. They fix it up on a digital format, and then they put it for an embroidery format. Okay. So then you can put it on anything. You can put it on polos. You can put it on promotional wear. You can put it on hats. You can put it basically on any product that you would like. And it's for branding. So as you walk through the streets, you get to see, that's my logo. That's my company.
Right.
On our side, we get to see, oh, we did that logo. Oh, we did that logo.
Right.
So it's definitely exciting.
And branding is so important.
Yes.
And obviously, you've been branding for 44 years.
Mhm.
And where are you located?
We have 25 stores.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, start. Yeah, how many stores?
25.
25
Yes,
stores?
yes, it's been a blessing. We started,
Wow.
like I said, in the flea market,
Okay.
Saturdays and Sundays with my parents.
Where's flea market?
Opalaka. Actually, they started
Hialeah,
before that. Yes,
Opelika.
Opalaka, Hialeah. Yes.
I
I know
remember
the
that
chant.
commercial. Yeah. Opelika, Hialeah,
Yes,
yeah.
place to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, from there, we also opened up. My dad had a location on 20th Street and 20th.
Okay.
That's where his first store was initiated there, and on the weekends in the flea market. And then we grew, and then in the 90s we started growing into venture into a second location, and then so forth. We ended up growing. We have 23 in Florida and 2 in Nevada.
Wow.
So it's been a blessing.
How'd you end up in Nevada?
The company that we work with closely, a charter school,
Mm-hmm.
they actually opened up schools over in Nevada.
Okay.
So they said, okay, do you want to join the adventure? And I said,
Right.
yes, definitely. Let's go.
Yeah.
So that's how we ended up in Nevada.
No, that's wow, 25. Is there thoughts of expansion beyond the 25?
There's always thoughts of expansion.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a blessing that we've gotten to where we're at right now, in second generation.
Mm-hmm.
And we're always looking for
third generation.
Third generation is up and coming. Most of them are in college level at this point. So it's definitely something that's in the future for them.
Right.
Even expansion, whether it be through a franchise or anything other, we definitely are always looking into that.
No, that's interesting because that's, probably one of the biggest challenges with businesses. Like you said, your father, started the business, built the business, and fortunately, you and your brothers, sisters were able to continue that. And again, that is one of the biggest challenges. And let's talk about the challenges. And I'm not sure if everybody was like, yeah, we're going to jump into this business or, had other ideas.
So we all had our vision of what our life was going to look like.
Right.
In my case in particular, I studied finance. So I thought I was going to move to New York, work in finance. And my dad said, no, come on over here. But I can say since I was, I think, maybe 8 years old, my mom sat me down and showed me what a checkbook looked like, how to balance it. Something, starting very young, that helped.
Right.
And then since we grew within the company, it was a natural thing.
Right.
It just happened. It was very organic.
Yeah. No, and like I said, it's unfortunate that so many businesses, the founder of the business grows it and the children don't really have an interest. So that's a story in itself that you all have continued that legacy. And as you said, some of the children, the grandchildren are in college and probably that conversation is happening. But a lot of businesses, they end up being sold or no longer in business.
I also feel that the misperception of, the child maybe wanting to pave their own path, and it's challenging to continue. It's almost as challenging as paving your own path. And if that's, if that's the path that they choose and that's the path that God leads them, that's great.
Right.
However, keeping up with the business and really learning it and everything has its own challenge, because once you start growing it, is, as I say, the uphill is, it's exciting, right? But then when you get to a level, you have to learn everything we did on the uphill, plus try to take it, to another level.
Right.
So I think it would be very nice if they continued on with the legacy.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back. We'll see you on the other side.
Learn and earn today at Miami-Dade College. College graduates earn 56% more than high school graduates and $1 million more in lifetime earnings. A degree from MDC is your path to greater earning power and career success. Choose from hundreds of affordable high-tech and in-demand career programs, including cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business, and nursing. Learn and earn today at MDC and fast-track your career. Enroll now at mdc.edu/purpose.
Hi, and welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm here with Ms. Morera. We're talking uniforms and talking about family legacy as well. Again, Unfortunately, so many businesses go out of business because the founder, had the dream, and then children don't necessarily have that same dream, and you all have taken on the dream. So I applaud you in that.
Thank you.
And having 25 stores here in South Florida and across and out to Nevada, that's amazing in itself. But obviously, it's beyond embroidery.
Yes.
It's beyond school uniforms. What are some of those other areas that you engage in?
We engage with our local police departments.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, that has to be interesting because not everybody is making police uniforms, and I'm sure there's some guidelines and stipulations and
For all of it, yes.
Yeah.
So there's different types. There's the student uniforms for it, as far as like EMT when they start. I'm sorry, the police academy when they start, that they
Okay.
wear their uniforms, and then
Okay.
you transition into the community ones. So
right.
we do bids for those. Those are a little bit different. And then once you're granted the bid, we take care of
So
that.
some of those cadets that I've seen at the city of Miami, you've made those uniforms.
Yes, and the fire rescue also.
Okay.
Yes, again, that's their dream. They come in, and honestly, seeing the uniforms for all the different industries, like I said, they start young and then they come in, and some of them will be for a hotel, that they're a manager maybe at a hotel. We do hospitality. We also do, we like to do all types of uniforms. That's why my mom named it all. Because we like to be a part of our community.
Right.
So it could be, like I said, a firefighter, a policeman, somebody who's opening their company, a school, a daycare for their child. So we do a vast variety of all the types of uniforms.
No, that's amazing. I've worked in sports for many years.
Ooh.
And so I'm assuming you may be doing some uniforms for security as well.
We do for security. We actually do some sports uniforms.
Okay.
Within the schools, they have clubs and they have sports. So we do a lot of little league also.
Okay.
That they may need sports. So it's a vast variety of uniforms.
25 stores. How many employees do you have?
We have 350 employees.
Okay.
And then we reach our peak during the summer for 700 employees.
Okay.
We get a lot of interns during the summer that help us out during their peak season. They come from the high schools. They come from, maybe they're just in college and they want some work experience. So we do some internships during the summer.
Okay. What would you say being in that business is one of the biggest challenges? Obviously, you got to get out and market. Obviously, you're seeking new clients. What are your biggest challenges?
Our biggest challenge right now, I think, would probably be, well, it's actually a challenge and it's a blessing, right? Because all of our marketing has been word of mouth.
Okay.
We're not necessarily have a huge marketing presence, which is something I think it would be a good challenge for us this year to go out and actually market, from that. It's usually somebody told somebody, and then that's how they end up with us because of our service.
Right.
So we pride ourselves in the service that we give. It's one-on-one. Whatever you need, we'll sit down with you. We'll explain it to you, which is something that you can't really get on the internet. Yes, you can upload an image, and yes, you can do that. But that extra care of, we're going to go ahead and take care of you, that's really where we shine. So, I mean, letting the customer know that that's what we offer is probably the challenging part.
Right. And like you said, online, you see so many offers, save money, do this. Here's an opportunity for you to get your uniform, put your logo on this hat. And so you separate yourself from customer service. And as you said, you're growing your business by word of mouth a lot.
Yes. So our biggest pride and joy is service. My dad had a slogan. He always said, I sell to you today, I deliver yesterday. So that's how fast, and we carry our cell phones on us. So anything that anybody needs, they know, any last minute calls, anything like that. And that's what our employees hear, and that's what they see, and that's what they actually perceive. And they're like family. So they understand that family dynamic and what the expectation is for us, that service is above everything.
Right. Yeah. And that's the key to any business is service. Because again, if you're not delivering, if you're not providing good customer service, you don't have customers, or you lose customers. Talk about that a little bit. Being in business for 25 years, customer service obviously has been at the forefront.
Yes.
How do you instill that into your employees?
Well, we instill it, I mean, obviously through teaching and coaching, but really by leading by example, right? If you see that as a leader, you're putting that example, then it's evident that they're going to be the same way with their customers. There's times that you hear maybe, I mean, not everybody is perfect, right? So there's times that you hear, oh, this person did this or this person, and that's what we want to get to us. I think that's another challenge for us, that maybe we don't see, having 25 stores, we don't see the direct day-to-day as we used to before, because we were inside the store, managing, hearing, knowing. And I don't want them to feel like there's a complete disconnect. We're still a family. We still care. We still want to know, you know, the good things, the bad things. The good things, they're great to praise, but the bad things we want to fix.
Oh, absolutely.
So from that, you know, customer service is really our number one thing.
Right. And you're blessed, as you said, a lot of your customers are word of mouth. So the good service is obviously getting out there. What happens is the other side of that, when something doesn't necessarily go right, people may not tend to let you know.
Yes.
Or it could be either way.
Right. And we always ask for a second chance, right? So if we're not perfect, and if we make a mistake, we accept it, we acknowledge it, and how can we make it better?
Okay.
It has happened to us where a customer does leave.
Okay.
And we, for whatever reason, maybe there was a mishap from our manufacturer or something might have happened, and they do leave. And our doors are always open for them to come back. And we never close our doors to say, no, we never want to do business with that person again. So we say, if you're ready and your service is not what you need in the other place, you know, you can come back. And there's been plenty of customers that end up coming back because they said, okay, they made a mistake, but they owned up to it, they fixed it, and we moved forward from it.
Or they went someplace else and didn't get the service.
That too.
Yeah. Speaking about service, your materials, how are you sourcing your materials? Because I know with everything going on in the U.S., it's been a little challenging. So sourcing materials, has that changed? How has it affected the business?
Sourcing is probably... That's my sister's expertise. However, we're involved in all aspects of the business. We do outsource overseas. It was challenging this year with the merchandise actually getting here, with the tariffs and so forth. But, you know, we overcame that hurdle. And I think now it's a little bit stable from that perspective. But we do outsource most of our product, and then we bring it in already ready to go on the shelves. We receive it in our manufacturing plant here, and then we disperse it to the locations. Okay.
And obviously it's business. We are a chamber, and you mentioned the tariffs. When you say you overcame it, how did you do that?
We took a hit.
Yeah. Okay.
We didn't.
I think it's being real.
I'm being real. We didn't pass it through because at the end of the day, it was something that was very unstable. It was something that it was so much uncertainty. And I don't think that we needed at that moment to have done that to our customer.
Right.
The vendors did pass it on to us, but after it stabilized, then, you know, it went away. So for the most part, most manufacturers ended up fixing that, but we did take a hit for that.
Yeah. Well, and again, that's being customer friendly.
Yes.
Taking care of your customers. So if someone wants to get in touch with you, how would they do that?
How would they get in touch? Yeah. Well, we have several locations that they can get in touch with us. Our website is available. They can also email us at orders@alluniformwear.com. They can reach out to one of our sales reps directly, ask for them. And we have a location, I think the nearest one, let's see, the closest is maybe 8456 Southwest 8th Street. Okay. That's our second store. And our flagship store is in Hialeah, 2605 West 8th Avenue.
Okay, is there a phone number they could reach out?
Yes, 844 All Uniform. They can reach out there, or 305-722-2188. That is a local number here that they can reach out to.
Okay. Well, this has been great. You know, this has been the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, and it's all uniforms.
Wear. All uniform wear.
Yeah. Yes. It's 44 years old.
Yes, 44 years old.
Well, thank you. This has been an amazing conversation with All Uniforms Wear and Miss Morera. And we'll see you on the other side as we continue to grow small businesses here in South Florida.
Today, I stand before you, a proud graduate of Miami-Dade College.
and the 5th president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to return to the college that prepared me to become a leader in our community, providing an education second to none. So I'm asking you to please tune in every Monday at 12 noon to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce's Member Connection, as I interview members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page at Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce or our YouTube channel, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about the Chamber, please go to m-dcc.org